Finally TV, here we are, party people. You already know who it is, because I done told you over 70 times, man. Voice of the Valley in the building. This is your opportunity. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Go in the comments, ask me those questions, and I promise you I will answer those questions either on a live on Instagram or even YouTube, or I might just answer it in the next Voice of the Valley. But go ahead and pose any question you want to me and I will answer it on the next show. You already know how that goes, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can even do it in that order if you want to, if you're cool like that. But most people gotta subscribe first, then like, then comment. So do all that good stuff for me, help y'all. Let's get it. It's the 845 in the building. Let's go. Without further ado, I have a special gentleman in the building today. He goes by Donald D. What's going on, sir?
Hello, my man. Appreciate you, bro, for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. I thought it was dope. You reached out to me at first, like on some, I got this project. Check this out. and I like that. I think a lot of artists, they're scared to do that sometimes, I think, because they're not confident, so they only want to show they people they join, so the people they know they're gonna like. You know?
Right.
You had no idea what I like. You know what I mean?
At all, honestly.
You know, so you can never get more honest feedback than that right there.
Right.
You know, especially with a dude like me. So like, the project, I peeped the name, Bar, Book of Rhymes.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
You know, so kudos to you. But then you reached out about the interview to get this in, and that kind of shows a lot about what you think about what you're doing and stuff. And we're going to talk about it today. We're going to get you some more followers. How you feel about that?
I need as many I could get.
Me too, brother.
I need as many as I could get. We in the digital world right now, so you know.
Right. Sometimes it seems like it revolves around that. It doesn't. But it does seem that way, right? Because the more, the merrier, they say. And we got to get our likes up. We got to get our views up to be relevant. So very important that y'all go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And then when I tell y'all, make sure you go and follow this thing right here. Go stream that music.
Check me out.
That's it,
For
man.
sure.
So let's get it in. Where were you born, and how did you end up in the Hudson Valley, brother?
Originally, I guess I'm born and raised Mount Vernon, New York. At the time, it was Mount Vernon Hospitals. Now Montefiore and took over the whole
world,
the whole hood, honestly. But yeah, I was born. Yeah, exactly, up in here in Newburgh and all of that. But yeah, I'm from Mount Vernon. I moved up here when I was about like 13, 14 years old. Okay. And you know, I went to high school up here, stuff like that, and you know, I first got my introduction to the 845.
Got you. Okay, so you've been here for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. Welcome, man. We're happy to have you. So Donald D. Interesting name. If you're familiar with old school, Ice-T, the legend.
Right.
He had a character, let's say, called Donald D.
Okay.
You know. So I'm curious to ask you, where did you come up with Donald D?
Well, Donald, that's my name. Okay. First of all, like that's my government. That's the government. Like my name is Donald D. Like my last name is Davidson, so that's the Donald D come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'm definitely familiar with the old school. I'm also familiar with, like, there's another, New York rapper, Donald D. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He's out of the Bronx. Yeah. Like, I know that was an old school thing. Yeah. My pops had, like, kind of told me, was like, yo, you know, there was a rapper named Donald D from back in the day. Like, so yeah, so that's kind of how I kind of stuck with it because of that too. You know what I mean? It kind of is relevant, but outside of that, like, it's my name.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to just I noticed that with a lot of artists, like a lot of artists that use their names, you know, even from comedians, like, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of step outside of the box of just music. Just, you know, you look at a pivotal people in the industry, Dave Chappelle, sure, Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying? Even when Jay-Z did Sean Carter, like, you know, his clothing line, things like that, or P. Diddy did Sean John. Yeah. You know, so it just, you know, I felt like I just wanted to make sure that I stood on my name. Okay,
there you go. And that's a great answer to the question I was going to ask you is, you know, what is the relevance on using your government as your stage name? And that's a great reason.
Yeah, that, I mean, just to add on to it too, like, you know, because my name is Donald D, I also go by D.O.N.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, you know, that's my short for Donald D. Like, you know what I mean? D.O.N. You know, that's, I like to use that a lot. Don, D.O.N. And it sticks with a lot of people. It's short.
Got you. It's memorable for sure.
Right.
All right, cool. Well, I like it. Let's get it. So, Donald D, why are you at Finally TV today? What you here to talk about? What's your passion?
Oh man, music. You know what I'm saying? I love music. Music has been a part of my life since the day I came home from the hospital. Okay. funny. Like I always say, it's my favorite story to tell. Like my pops always tell me, like yo, I was born '93, and around that time, I always say that's a good year for hip hop. Like '93 was a great year for music.
Yeah, it was.
You had 36 Chambers. You had Ready to Die. You had Nas was out. Lauryn Hill. I mean, just that Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg, and I always say like he when I came home, he said he played that album.
Right.
Like he played that album, and you would figure loud music will keep a newborn up.
Nah.
But that shit kept me up. I was up. I was quiet. What I mean? I was asleep. I slept through it all night. So I definitely would say that.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I like it. So music, and it's not just music with you though. You were very quick to let me know like music is a part of what I want to do,
right?
But it's not everything. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh well, when it comes to that, I mean, like, I definitely try to. I want to get into the fashion world. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would like to get into even hosting. Things like that stuff. Because we. Outside of me, like I said, there's a whole machine behind me. When you think of Donald D and you think of D.O.N, you got to think of a group of people behind me. It's not just one person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got guys and females that definitely, put themselves out there for me, and I try to make sure that I could compensate by doing the right thing.
Got you. Talking about passions and doing different things, when did you realize, you said earlier you came home and they was bumping Biggie and all types of great hip-hop and you was sleeping on it. That's one thing. But when did you realize, like, yo, I might be able to actually do it myself? Like, when did that happen?
It honestly is funny. Like, it even goes back to it. Like, when I think as far back as when I was like a kid. Like, I remember one time, like, come home from school. This is when CDs and things like that is still big. You got the pamphlet, the book, and a lot of these albums had lyrics in them.
Yeah.
And I would call myself, I guess you would say, just copying, just writing the lyrics on a piece of paper. My mom called me, "What are you doing? Writing rhymes?" I'm just copying the shit on the thing. But that's just one instance where I say, like, as far as back then. But to bring it to recent times, like, a lot of my friends are doing it. I come from a family of musicians. My cousin's P.
Okay.
My cousin's P. So it's just in the family almost, as you can say.
Sure.
I remember when he was on 106 in Park. Like, for me, I think that was when I was like, oh nah, like, just his stage presence, like, it made me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? One, because he's a family member, but it's about how he did it. Like, it just was like outside of the the family sense. It was the superstar. It was the stage presence. I was like, oh nah, I want to do that.
Right.
I want to entertain the crowd. I want to rock a crowd.
Got you. That's fire because for two reasons. One, the feature you had with him on your joint is good. But two, I know of P because of his battle with DNA. Because I'm a big battle rap fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, I heard about P a few years ago and started peeping him. Shout out to P.
Definitely. Cuzzo, what up?
Yeah, he's dope, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's somebody
that
good
flex,
to look
that flex freestyle, that first freestyle, crazy.
Yeah.
Second one with Quest, Jay Quest, what up? Crazy.
Yeah, man. So that's dope, man. That is dope. So there comes a point, right, where you're not just penning the lyrics in the book that's in the cover. Right. There comes a time where you want to start penning your own rhymes and doing your thing. So how long has it been since you've been writing your own rhymes and trying to come up with your own concepts?
Realistically, I've been writing my own rhymes for the past like 4 or 5 years. And I would say that this past year or so is when I really attacked.
Got you.
Is when I really said, you know what? This is what I'm doing, and I don't care. Because, of course, you get the feedback from the people around you, your friends, your loved ones. I mean, of course, they're going to tell you, even if the shit is whack, they might be like, yo, it's cool. I like it. Yeah. But nah, like, I had people really being like, yo, D, like, yo, look, like, yo, pursue that. Like, you should put some more time and energy into that, because I think we think you onto something, and then that essentially is what led to say, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, and it is what it is, and I'm about to just make my presence felt.
Right. Dope. I like that. In doing that, so you say like 4 or 5 years ago you start writing, like getting serious with it. Last year, what's been happening in that year? You obviously put together a project. You know, and it's been hard to perform this year.
Yeah,
right.
For real, it's hard to do that shit right now.
Right now it's like, you know, have you done any like the virtual showcase type of thing?
Nah, I haven't done any virtual showcases.
I think it's kind of weird, but
it is in a sense because I mean, with sound quality, and you're never really gonna get the actual impact of the or what you really want out of the performance. Exactly. It's different from being there and being able to touch the people and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But I actually about on Black Friday actually, an artist named Killy the artist. We had did a Grind to You Shine, Money Makes Money. Again, we also throw events, so we had hosted a Grind to You Shine music competition.
Gotcha.
Essentially, you know, she was one of the winners, and she went on to, you know, do her thing, and she had me come and perform at her EP release. So that was like my last performance.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? More of on a private event, but it was my first time in a long time. First time I ever did a show was I actually opened up for Oompi.
Okay.
Like which was crazy because it was like some real underground hip hop shit. I got on like 1 in the morning. I'm on stage at 1 a.m. Like, mad people in the stage. You know, it was over 100 people in there. And this is at a time where I ain't never even told nobody I was rapping. I just wanted to get on stage just to do the shit.
Yeah, get it over with.
And I did it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. How was that experience?
Yo, I get chills every time.
Yeah.
Because that was at a time where, again, that was a time to where if I was whack, damn sure they would have booed me or get off that stage.
Right.
Get off that shit.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying? But again, I just took the chance and threw it out there, and I got a lot of positive feedback. So, you know, I just try to just master the craft because I ain't never better than nobody. I can always get better. So I feel like that's what kind of, I'm not gonna say separates me, but that's why I feel like I'm different because I don't really compare myself to anybody or compete with anybody. I just do my thing.
Yeah, no, it's super important.
Yeah,
you know, the greats get that too.
Right,
they know they're not in competition with anybody.
Right,
they're in competition with themselves.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So you got the Bar project out there. Was there something prior to that? Or was that your first release?
Book of Rhymes, Bars. That was my first official project. That was my first project that I ever really put together. Took the time to.
Gotcha.
You know, and that came at a time where I felt like, you know, everybody comes to a point in there, I guess you could say, in their life where I don't want to like make it dramatic and shit. Like I was going through something so traumatic, but it just, you come to a crossroad where you just be like, yo, like, what you doing? Like, what you about to do? Like, what are we doing here?
Like getting real with it. Like,
and it's like, all right, like. I got some shit to get off my chest, like, and I'm about to just put it into this music, and then however it go.
Gotcha.
And then you see what the outcome is, which is Book of Rhymes, and which essentially led to this interview.
Gotcha. I like it. There's progression just right there, right?
Right.
That's
straight
dope.
up.
That's dope. I like it, man. I really do. Before we go any further, I'd like you to look into that cameraman, let them know where they can follow you, what the hustle is, how they can support you.
Yeah, definitely, man. You can look for me on Instagram _ D.O.N _ That's the IG. YouTube Donald D. But yeah, man, I'm here. Money makes money. You see the hat here, got the black on black, man. We got a lot of things going on, fashion, the movement, entertainment. We're here. So just follow me on the Instagram. Everything you need from me is there. Holla at me. Yeah, I'm on all platforms, man. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, Google Play, what's that? TikTok, Triller. I'm on everything, man. Just type me in on Google. Something should come up.
Cool. So we talked a lot about, you know, almost like early inspiration, right? It seems like your dad was an inspiration for you, or at least a person that was showing you the way, right?
Yeah, definitely. Pops gave me the ear, man.
Yeah, you know. But aside from those early humble beginnings, who's the inspiration? What's the inspiration now to do this?
Yo, honestly, like, because I always say, like, you know, you got to categorize rap now. Like, you don't just got, all right, he's a rapper, like, but you got different styles of rap. But essentially, it falls under the same umbrella, of course, of hip hop.
Correct.
But you got different styles of rap. So I just try to keep my inspirations young and, you know, new and old. But they go as far. Hov is my favorite rapper.
Okay.
Like, you know, my top 5 are all New York artists.
Okay.
Like, my top 5 is all New York artists. Like, it's almost not even fair. But like, if you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta like, you got to categorize it. What would you talk about? Like, it goes as far back as the Nas's, the Bigs, the Wu-Tangs, the Method Mans, the RZA's, the Jadakisses, the Styles P. You know what I'm saying? Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, like Fab. Like, I mean, the list could go on and on and on, honestly. And then now you say, like, I like artists like I like the Migos.
Okay.
The reason why I like the Migos is because, like, to be like, they really saying shit though. I'm not even gonna hold you for, like, I like that music. They flow. They imprint on right now was ridiculous.
Right,
like,
sure.
you know, of course Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, like these are heavy spitters.
Do you mess with them the same way you do the other ones you named though?
The older guys.
Like when you think about, cause I know you're saying categories,
right?
So you're trying to separate it, but
I could throw Drizzy in that category with the J's and the Nas. I could throw Kendrick's and Lil Wayne. How could I forget? I apologize. That's almost disrespectful. Realistically, outside of that new shit he just did with that Trump shit. But
yeah, whatever that was.
It is what it is. But nah, Wayne is top. He's in my top 8.
18. Okay.
He's in my top 8. Like Wayne birthed this new generation.
Yeah, he did.
He really birthed this whole new generation.
Don't tell T.I. that. T.I. thinks he created a whole. I mean, he did.
He was a part of it too.
Movement.
Yeah, you can't take away nothing that T.I. did, but when we talking about now we talking about popularity. Right, like it's not. Again, it doesn't take exactly like it's not to take away anything that of T.I.'s accomplishments, but now we're just talking about the popularity here. Like Wayne really. Hey, come on, man! You can't even really talk about it. Like it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean?
Weezy. Speaking about different sounds and categorizing things, your music, you choose to definitely rap from an old cloth. Right, you're not spitting it the way these new kids are spitting it, right? You have more of like I don't want to say old school because that's not really what I'm saying. You have more of a traditional hip hop type of flow and delivery, right? Is that coming because that's coming to you naturally and you're trying to do it that way? Did you try the other way and you didn't like it, or you just don't like it, period, so you didn't even try it? Talk a little bit about your style.
My style of rap comes naturally. Okay. It's not forced. I don't think too hard about how I'm approaching a record.
Gotcha.
You know, how it comes out is how it comes out. Now, I could do that other style of rap.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that, again, I want to use this platform for, this interview for, is to kind of let that be known, is that there's going to be a sense of versatility in my style moving forward. Like, you're going to hear different. Like, what you got with Book of Rhymes is really, it was one way. It was bars straight to the head. It was straight rhymes, beats, no hook. That's what you got. To the point. Now, moving forward, you're going to get them hooks. You're going to hear a little bit more cadence in these records. You're going to hear a little bit more thought put into these records. You're going to hear records.
He's out here thinking, y'all.
You're going to hear records. You're going to hear songs. Some shit that you can listen to on the way to work. Something you can listen to at the gym. It's not something you could just listen to on the weekend.
Got you. I like it, man. I do. When it comes to that, is there somebody or a group that you lean on for production right now?
Not necessarily. Truth be told, I mean, just like amongst any other artists out here right now, we get a lot of beats from YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, I do reach out to them, try to do the right thing, get the leases and things like that, you know what I'm saying? To try to give them their credit, things like that. But not anybody, and not specifically.
Got you.
Not specifically. But I'm always open. Hey, yo, send your beats.
I was just going to say, like, that might change being on this platform, because there's a lot of producers, shout out to y'all, that watch this. You know what I mean? And I know there's a couple in particular in the back of my head that I'm thinking of, that when they hear your music, they're going to be like, I can make him something. You know what I'm saying? So
please do. Send them to me. I prefer original content.
If you're open for that, I think that'll happen. Yeah. So, no, that's cool, man. I know that is a definite, it's just a easier avenue to obtain the production, is just going the YouTube route, trying to lease it, talk to people, link up, and all that stuff, so I get it. With that said, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges you come across so far, having put out the project and everything? Like, besides COVID, we know COVID's a huge challenge. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole interview itself.
Yeah, I know COVID has done weird things to a lot of different industries. And this one in particular, it got hit hard, right? Because live performances, to me, is where the real heart and soul of hip hop is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so aside from that, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges for an upcoming artist as yourself?
I think one of the biggest challenges, I think it is that part, is being able to get in front of other people, being able to, get in front of fans and really try to build fans the traditional way. You know what I mean? Being in front of a crowd and, being able to network and being able to, get people to check your shit out. I think that's definitely one of the hardest parts amongst, because I always challenge myself.
Sure.
One of the hardest challenges is challenging myself.
Got it.
Because I'm always trying to outdo what I did.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. You know what I mean? Getting to the studio and writing the music, that part gets done, but it's getting it out there.
Right.
It's just, yeah.
I say that all the time too, bro. It's like, being talented and putting together some lyrics and getting a hook together and thinking about the beat you want to put it on, the flow you want on it. That sounds like a lot, but it's only like 10% of what really needs to get done.
Right. Like that's one part of it. Like, now you got to get this shit out there.
It's so much more behind that.
Right.
And things like you're doing today, your media runs, you're sharing, you're getting your social media up,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Like, it's so important now that it's not just about having good music. There may have been a time,
right?
You know what I'm saying, way back when, where you just needed to be dope and it was gonna kind of work out for you.
Exactly.
But now it's not that.
You gotta put your work in. You gotta put some real work in.
You really do. And it's dope. I'm glad that you already think that way. You know what I mean? With that said, if you had to shout out some of your biggest supporters, who would you say? What would you say now?
Damn. The list is too long.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just start off. I'm gonna simply just say, my man PJ, my man Dell. Those are my. Like I said, that's my management right there. Dell and PJ definitely been holding it down, kind of just telling me the truth. I'm gonna shout out Sway. Sway definitely been holding it down. If you've been in my circle, you know who Sway is. Right. I would say it's really been a collective. I definitely has a lot of people in my corner, even from my pop still. He's the inspiration for it all too. So for him to stamp it, even like my cousin like Jay Quest. These guys are heavy spitters. So for them to even hear me and be like, yo, your shit is dope. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing something right. And they definitely push me because I'm little cuz. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but everybody around me, man, has been a blessing to me, and they just definitely been giving me the support that I feel that I need to be confident doing what I'm doing.
Got you. I like it. Keep supporting them, y'all.
Please do.
Is there like a line of advice? Because it seems like there is one. Is there a line of advice that is kind of like the baseline for you that helps you like move forward and just do you?
I got a couple things I live by. One is just like being disciplined. I try to remain disciplined as much as I could because it's hard out here. We're not perfect. And to get to where you have to go, you have to be disciplined. I try to be patient, understanding that shit don't happen overnight, and understanding that you can't expect. You just can't expect things don't happen overnight. You have to take time. Things take time. Yeah. You have to wait. Absolutely. It's chess, not checkers. Right. And militant. I try to move militant. I try to move millie. I try to move honorable. I try to do everything with dignity and understand that. Hey, listen, I gotta be as sharp as the next man. Like still sharp and still. Yeah. At all times. So that's what keeps me sharp. Is understanding that there's somebody out here that's sharper than their sword. At the same time, you're sharper than yours. Right, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I do,
and those qualities are definitely qualities that will help you move forward for 150%. So if y'all need to, it is a video. Go ahead and rewind the last 45 seconds and listen to him say that again. Let it soak in, But being disciplined, moving militantly, not to not to, say you got to be a soldier, but there are some qualities in being a soldier that help them do what they got to do, and that's exactly what you're saying, and I'm just reiterating that for the people, because I don't think everybody gets that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't get the self-discipline. They don't understand that everything they say needs to come to fruition if you say it's going to come to fruition.
And accountability.
You know what I mean?
You got to hold yourself accountable.
Man. I might have to have you come back.
I'll love that. I'll be glad to come back.
Talk to me, because I know you got one. What's your biggest pet peeve, brother? Music, life, whatever it is.
To be honest, it's people that complain without attempting.
It's been said before. It's so true.
I think that's really my biggest pet peeve, because it's as hard as it is out here already. Mm-hmm. Like, you got some nerve. It's hard, man. It's like, because it takes a lot for you to even attempt. Mm-hmm. Like, it takes a lot for you to even have the balls to be like, all right, I'm gonna jump in it and I'm gonna try this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, man, go somewhere with that shit.
Yeah, no,
I'll talk to you later.
Because that's like a life thing too. That's not just with music. People complain and not really even doing what they need to do to not be in that situation anymore. Like, they complaining about something that they put themselves in. It's crazy.
We all have choices.
Yeah.
We have choices. We all make decisions.
This is the Rewind episode by Finally TV. Go ahead and rewind that for y'all didn't hear him say it, and he'll say it again. It's true though, man. It's definitely true. I'm digging your style. With that said, look into that camera, brother. Tell them one more time where they can find you.
Check me out, man. Listen, man. Look, next time we gotta have some champagne or something on this table, a little Patron, a Hennessy or something. But look me up, man. __ D.O.N _NYC on Instagram. I'm on all platforms. Donald D. You can look me up. I got Book of Rhymes out right now. I'm dropping another project, January 23rd. Be on the lookout. I just shot another video coming out real soon. Be on the lookout for that this month. 2 videos out. The Bar Show, YouTube, Water on YouTube. Look me up. You won't be disappointed.
There you go. So, we have arrived, my brother, at my favorite question so we can wrap this interview up. Mm-hmm. I need you to think back, and I'm going to ask you to tell me about the first time you felt like a star doing this music stuff.
Damn. Like, the first time I felt like a star, it's gonna have to be my first performance. And that was before that was when I kind of knew, like, I guess you could not to say what I'm capable of, but I knew my potential. Like, damn, like, and that was my first performance when I opened up for OMP. Like, that was at a time I never released any music. Mm-hmm. No one knew of me, other than my friends and a couple people that went.
Sure.
And I felt like within that time I did control the room. I didn't know how to perform. Right. I didn't know what to do. How do I get a crowd full of people's attention that never heard of you? That never heard of you.
Right.
And I just had spit some shit a cappella. Like, I had just spit some a cappella, and it you just saw people's attention just being directed towards the stage, and then after that, play the music now.
Let's go.
And then we just went for 3 songs, and like I said at that time, like, again, I'm a nobody. I was a nobody at the time. These songs are still unreleased. I never released these records that I even performed then.
Where was this performance?
This was like in the Bronx. This was in the Bruckner.
This is in the Mecca of hip hop.
This is like right under the Bruckner. Like, this was right over there. Like, this was in like some motorcycle club. Like, some great.
But bro,
1 in the morning, like 2 in the morning, like,
it makes the story that much better though, to know that what you're talking about took place in the birthplace. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you say, damn, I kind of made my footprint that night, you did it in the place to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to your point, had you been whack and you was in the Bronx They would have told you about it.
They might have got up there and threw me off that shit.
They wouldn't let
tomatoes,
you know,
everything.
But let this be a lesson too. And he said something in there that I've been preaching to these young artists. When you don't know the crowd and you know that crowd doesn't know your music, introduce yourself to the crowd. You know what I mean? And the way you do that as an artist is no beat. That's what acapella is, y'all. Right? No beat. Introduce yourself. What up? You know, I'm Donald D. Got these rhymes for you. Salute from New York. You gotta tell them where you from.
Right.
Especially if you're from New York and you're in New York, you gotta tell them, yo, shout out New York, shout out.
Yeah, I shout where you from in New York.
You get them on your side real quick, and he say, yo, I got these bars for you.
Right.
You go in. You know what I mean? When you do that and you got what it takes and you got the actual bars, you'll experience what you experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will never forget that night, man.
I love it, man. This kid, man, showed up, made me smile today. He doing it. I feel like I was talking to you this whole time in your career, giving you little tips. So salute to everybody around you, making you feel that way and move the way you move.
Kudos to them, like I said, because without just the people around me, like I wouldn't even be sitting at this table.
It was great advice, bro. It was great advice, and you just got to keep pushing it, keep doing it.
Got to keep your circle thorough.
Absolutely.
Everybody has to work.
Shout out to Angie, wifey, because that's my circle.
Shout out to Angie.
You know, she's the only reason why I'm able to do this. So,
amen.
Dope, brother. Well, I have to tell you, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise, bro.
You know what I mean? And I wish you nothing but success in this music biz.
Thank you.
I know you got stuff coming out in December. This is shot in December, coming out at the end of December, beginning of January. So
it's perfect.
It'll be right around the time he's gonna be dropping some videos, and then it'll be right before you're coming out with your new project.
Correct.
So you know,
January 23rd.
Absolutely. So go ahead and follow this man. I'll put it in the description below. You know, all of the places to go follow him, the music, the name of the album, and all that stuff will be below. So go ahead and follow, stream, do all that good stuff, please, for me. And then do me one thing. Let his joint play. Go to sleep. Put it on mute, put it on the charger, and just let it rock all night on repeat. You know what I mean? I've been telling everybody to do that. Yo, do that.
It ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing.
You sleeping anyway.
What are we doing?
Your phone on the charger.
.00045 of a penny. Get out of here, man. Stream.
Your phone not gonna die if it's on the charger.
You know what I mean? So let's get them streams up. You know, let's make sure this man is heard. He deserves it. So without dragging this out too long, bro, I just want to say thank you again for coming out. You know, keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm looking forward to the next project. So go ahead, follow Donald D. Subscribe to Finally TV. This is Voice of the Valley. Gabriel, we out.
Hello.